Hello and welcome in to Atomic Geekdom. My name is Dave. I hope you're having a wonderful day, better than me and my hiccups. I seem to always have hiccups when we start these podcasts. And I don't know. I don't know why. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is Tuesday as we sit down and record this. It feels like it should be Friday because I'm exhausted. It's been a long week already. As you can see behind me, I've got cool stuff. Look, it's a wireless microphone that I was getting ready to use at C2E2, but we didn't end up going. It's a good thing I opened the box a year after I bought. No, this is almost 2 years after I bought this. I bought this right at COVID. Um, it came missing a piece. The holster for the battery is not in there. And I can't now just say, "Hey, I never got it. It didn't come in the box. It's been 2 years. What's going on?" So I have to order it, and I think it's like $10 on Amazon, so it's not terrible, but still, it's annoying. And we didn't go to C2E2, which sucks. But it wasn't the same time of year as it always is. It's annoying. It's usually in March. It's ridiculous. Anyway, it looked like it was a good time. It looked like Chris Claremont had a lot of bashing to do about everything that wasn't his and everything they're doing to his stuff, including Gambit and things of that nature. Yeah, he went off. He is not happy about MCU stuff. He's not happy about yeah, just anything and everything. He says he would have had Kitty Pryde and Gambit together. I don't understand how that works. um I gotta go back and listen to the or read the transcript of the panel, but he wants Gambit as a bad guy, not a good guy. um it's crazy. Chris Claremont, I mean, he made the, whatever, anyway. Joining me as always, it's Kyle.
Hey, what is up, everyone?
Wow, that is the energy. So today I've actually got our Twitch activity stream open, so I can see when anybody follows us. I never usually have that open because I just pay attention to the chat. All right, so today we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna do our normal geek out stuff where we talk about things that we're watching and binging and streaming and all that good stuff, and then we're gonna talk a little bit of headlines, and mostly we're gonna talk today about what's going on at Warner Brothers Discovery. Hang on. It's a really long name. Hang on.
Warner Brothers Discovery Inc.
Nope. Warner Brothers Discovery Global Streaming and Interactive Entertainment.
Or WBD for short.
No one's ever going to call it any of that stuff. It's all going to be called trash if it's going the way it's going.
Right.
And it seems to be headed that way. This just in, Ezra Miller still on the run. Okay.
Breaking news. He's still on the run.
Now wanted in Vermont.
Yeah, for what? Shoplifting?
Hawaii and breaking and entering. He tried to
breaking and entering.
They stole alcohol from a home and then they squatted in an empty home to get drunk or something. I don't know. With this, I'm guessing with this girl that he's brainwashed.
Yeah, Whoo.
Does he think he's the character that he is in Fantastic Beasts? Is that what's going on here?
I don't think so, because I don't know. He's fracked. He's fracked in the head.
He is fracked, as you said. All right, Kyle, what are you binging? What are you watching?
I am on the final season of Sci-Fi's original Eureka.
Okay, are you watching anything? Let's start current. Are you watching anything new?
I am watching Sandman.
Thank you. Let's start there.
I am 4 episodes in. I have never read any Sandman. I know very little of the main character Dream. I know Constantine has dealt with him before, and I now know that there have been 2 different versions of Constantine, one in the Vertigo comic series, and then one in the mainstream DC canon. I have read a little bit of Hellblazer, which is the Vertigo imprint, but I'm really liking everyone in Sandman. I think they are all great actors and actresses, and I think what I think when I see Dream, the character, is what I'm is what I'm hearing. Like if I were to read the comic book, much like when everyone reads Batman, they hear Kevin Conroy say those words. If I were to read Sandman, this is who I'm hearing when I'm reading it. When I read it, but yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to getting back into it, and I was just on a whim, just like, okay, I'm gonna watch this eventually. Might as well start it. Watch the first episode, then I just kept on going.
Are you going to watch what everybody's talking about and loving and enjoying, Prey?
Yes, because I have never seen any of the Predator movies.
Not one?
Not one. The only ones I've seen are Alien versus Predator.
Oh my god.
I own all the Predator movies because I also own all the Alien movies. So I am
What you wait, okay. You own them, but you've not seen one?
correct.
I don't understand.
It's very simple. I have a
I
lot of
mean,
other things to watch that I'm just like I put on to the back burner, and
but
that's it.
why did you buy it if you've never seen any of them?
Uh, that's the reason because I haven't seen any of them. So eventually, I will have seen them.
What? Okay, I guess.
So now I'm gonna start with Prey, then go into
Oh
Predator.
no,
Predator Two
that's not the way to do it.
is okay. Is Prey not a prequel?
I don't know if it is or not. Officially, I haven't looked at the timeline of it, but you got to watch what came first. You got to watch how we got here. I mean, I'd say at least Predator 1.
I mean, I will watch it. It's just, I mean, if I'm gonna do it chronologically, I will
But I don't think
I
that's.
will
I
watch
think
Prey, Predator, Predator 2 because
I
then
think
there's Predators and then there's that new Predator movie.
Yeah, I mean, Prey and Predator sound like the only things anybody needs to ever watch. But like, I think chronological watches are what you do after you've already seen it. You know.
Well, that's kind of what I did with Alien, the Alien franchise. I never saw any of them. I went and watched Prometheus first because, but at that time, I didn't know it was an Alien movie because it wasn't stated as an Alien movie. It was just something new from Ridley Scott. So then, spoilers at the end, you see a xenomorph.
Well, I hate to break this to you. I hate to break this to you. Anybody who's seen Alien knew it was an Alien movie before it came out.
Well, good for them.
I could direct you back to an episode of the Junk Drawer podcast when we were talking about that. This is many, many years ago now. We were talking about it. We're like, oh yeah, that new Aliens movie, and my brother's like, what? Yeah, Prometheus. That's that new Ridley Scott Alien movie. They never said that. Anyway, maybe we were just being know-it-all dicks to him. Okay, all right. Well, do what you want. Report back to how you enjoy it. I'm not one to judge anybody for.
I'm hearing great things about Prey, though.
Yeah, that's what I hear too. That'll probably be in my weekend viewing if I don't just sit down and do it sometime during the week. Watching movies during the week is hard because I'll just fall asleep during it.
Right.
You know, especially it's just one of those things. I get off work and my brain just shuts off. Yeah. I am currently not binging anything current. I am doing old stuff, so I'm rapidly digesting old 24 episodes.
Damn. Nice.
I think I'm on the second to last season. Second to last Jack Bauer season. I don't think I'll watch the continuation, which wasn't bad, by the way.
It wasn't bad, no. It's just
Legacy was good, and it stars Starfire from Titans.
Yeah, it does.
She played his wife. Yeah.
And it had Tony, so there was connection.
My favorite character. I mean, everybody loves Jack Bauer. Don't get me wrong. Everybody loves Jack Bauer. But my other favorite character is Tony Almeida. Mm-hmm. And in spoilers, if you've not seen anything of 24, he starts in season. Well, he's in every season.
No, he's not in every season.
Well, no. I'm saying from the beginning. So he starts from season 1, and then he disappears in season 4, I think. He's in 4 because that's the season that Palmer dies at the beginning, so he almost dies at the beginning too. And then he disappears for a season after that.
Yes, and then season
And then
6,
he comes back and saves. He comes, yeah. Anyway, and then so they do this. They do this thing to you in season 7 or 8, where he comes in and he's like the bad guy. It's revealed that they bring Jack into the FBI. The CTU, the counterterrorist unit, has been dissolved, and now it's just the FBI. And they bring Jack Bauer in, who's being he's on trial for using torture as a tactic to get terrorists. Being judged and criticized by Red Foreman from that '70s show, and they pull him out of court and they say, "Hey, we need your help. Your buddy Tony Almeida is a terrorist now." And it's like, I'm like, no, why? And then you find out, no, he's working undercover with Beau Buchanan and Chloe. Like, oh, thank God! Now he's even more awesome. He's this rogue agent that's out there, like, just being awesome. And then 6 episodes after his plot is over and he goes back on the run, you find out, nope, he's evil and he's still doing this all for Michelle and all this other crap. But then in the DVD extras of that same season or the season after, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's that season, because he was supposed to be in the London season, but scheduling or something made it so it couldn't happen. He's in prison now, and the special feature is like a 9-minute movie. He goes to the warden and he says, hang on, I'll tell you the exact plot. If you love Tony Almeida, you're gonna love this, because it made me feel good inside.
I didn't know about this. I have every single season except for 24 Legacy, just cause. But
I had all of, dude, back when I collected DVDs, man. I had all of 24. I had all of Smallville. I had all of Buffy. Like, it meant a big deal to have those big ass boxes in my DVD collection. I don't have them anymore.
I mean, I've got Batman the Animated Series, Superman, Justice League, Batman Beyond, all down there. So I've got the Timverse. So that's all. Yeah. That's all you really need. That's all anyone needs.
All right. So there's a 7-minute special feature exclusive to the Live Another Day set, which is the London thing, I think. It's called 24 Solitary. Tony requests to be moved to Gen Pop 8 years after day 7. So that he can serve as an undercover inside source and provide actionable intel about other prisoners. He states his desire for revenge consumed him and that Michelle never would have approved of the man he became following her death. He accepts the fact he's going to die in prison, but hopes to save at least one life so that he can be worthy of Michelle's love again. When the prison admin denies Tony's case due to the U.S. attorney Vanessa Diaz, who opposes any reduction in Tony's security because of her evidence, Tony violently attacks her. After Tony is taken out of the room, it is revealed that the attack was a ruse so that Diaz could pass off her glasses to Tony. Vanessa calls her contact on a secure line and informs him that Tony has the plans. Tony puts the glasses on and presses a hidden button on the side frame, which reveals the schematic to the prison with a carefully planned escape route on the lenses. He's confident that everything is going according to plan and that soon he will be a free man again. That's what happens after day 7.
Next week on Prison Break.
Yeah, kind of. And then 24 Legacy, of course, he comes back and he Carter almost kills him, but
yeah,
he almost kills Carter. He stands down eventually. Whew. It's a good show, man. If you've never seen 24, it's ridiculous, but it's good.
It is, but it's does it hold up is the thing, because it started in 2001. If I'm no
later than that. Now you got me all messed up. I had it open.
Sorry. Technology wise, it doesn't date well, especially.
November 6th, 2001. I'm surprised that it came out the same freaking year as September 11.
Well, I mean, look at what other shows came out. Smallville came out like, I think, days or like a month after 9/11.
But the topic matter of Smallville is nowhere near the same as what 24 deals with. 24 is exactly what they're dealing with.
But 24 was in development before 9/11.
Sure, I get it. But this came out 2 months exactly after.
Yeah, and then I think September 9th,
Ugh.
the first episode of Band of Brothers came out, and then they had to go on hiatus for a little bit because of 9/11. So it's just those couple shows were just how 9/11 affected it. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the chronological, like the time frame of this series because it jumps in between season. It jumps a lot.
Mm-hmm. And then you also have 24 Redemption, which is a made for TV movie, which doesn't happen anymore.
No. And that takes place within a 48-hour period.
Yeah, and that takes place between 6 and 7.
Yep. Yeah.
It also
that's where we're introduced to the first female president. And,
and Robert Carlyle is one of the main people in there.
Yeah. So season 1 begins, and then season 2 is 18 months later. So that's just under 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Season 3 is then 3 years later. So now we're 5 years after season 1. Season 4 is another 18. So now we're almost 7 years. Another 18. So now we're 9 years. 20 months. So 11 years. Redemption is 3.5 years later. So where are we at? 23?
Yeah.
No. 23? Are we really? No, we're at 11. It's 14. 14 and a half, I should say. Oh, 65 days. Hey Siri, what's 65 divided by 24? About 3 years. So we're at 17 years, we'll say. And then season 8 is 18 months later. So we'll say about 22. And then live another day is it's
it ends on 24.
It's 26. It's damn close.
Oh, dang.
Damn close.
24 with a 24-year lifespan.
Man. So we're coming up on the end of Jack's career or life. I don't remember if he died or I can't remember the end of Live Another Day. Because I remember the end of season 8 because that was supposed to be the end.
Right.
Because he just goes on the run and they're looking down at him from a drone.
Yes. I think Live Another Day ends with him getting onto a helicopter and then him flying off and Chloe's on the ground. I think it's Russians that he gets in the helicopter with.
Oh yeah, you're probably right.
If I'm remembering correctly. And then it's just like, then it's just done. And then with Legacy, everyone thought, okay, maybe Kiefer Sutherland just show up for one episode, but no. And there's some mention of Jack, but there's not a mention of like where he is and everything, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. She's only on 2 seasons, but Renee became one of my favorites because she is hot.
Is that the redhead?
Yeah. She did celebrity softball during an All-Star weekend, and she actually hit the ball really well.
She's showing up before outside of 24, of course.
I'm sure she's done all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I just can't think of what she's been in.
Yeah, when she left the show, I was like, no, you can't do this to him.
She died, if I remember.
I was trying to be spoiler free, but
we've been talking spoilers the whole time.
That's towards the end of the series, so I was trying to be nice.
I mean, hell, a nuke goes off. There's a biological weapon.
They shoot the plane down. They shoot a plane down with the president in it.
Yeah, it's whatever you do. Don't go to California. Stay away.
And then Washington, and then New York, and then London.
Yeah, and then London. Yeah.
She has been in a ton of stuff. She was her first job was a guest appearance in Star Trek Enterprise. She's on Charmed, Supernatural. I remember her at Supernatural. She was a mom owns a hotel. Yeah, yum. CSI, NCIS, Rizzoli Isles, Hawaii 5-0, Body of Proof, Dallas, Revolution, Castle, Blue Bloods, The Vampire Diaries, which my 13-year-old niece just started watching, and I'm very angry. Touch, Bosch, She was the catcher for the NL in the 2009 Taco Bell All-Star Legends and Celebrity Softball game. I can't believe I remember that. She did the Last of Us voice acting and mocap for the character Tess in the Last of Us, and then she will play the Borg Queen in the second season of Picard, which I think already happened.
Yes, that's why. Yes, she is.
And if I want to go even deeper into it, she did one episode of Birds of Prey. She was in an episode of Angel. Which episode of Angel? Margaret Shiny Head. Oh, okay.
I forgot about Touch. Touch was a 2-season Fox show that starred Kiefer and young Bruce Wayne from Gotham.
Yeah, who cares? Oh, and she was in it's right. She was one of the parents in Runaways. And
yes,
she was the main actress in Timeless, which I enjoyed that show.
Yes. I think she was like the third season?
I want to say the second. I think she came in the second.
Or third. I don't know. Timeless was a good show. I need to go back and watch that and finish it.
It doesn't say in here.
I don't know, but it's got the voice of Anakin Skywalker in it, which I didn't know until way later.
Who?
Matt.
Who's the voice?
Matt
Fuhrer?
Matt Lanster?
Oh, Matt Lanter.
Yeah.
He's Wyatt, really? Ugh. That's not the voice I would have expected with that face. Okay, that was a weird tangent. All right, let's talk headline news. Also, I've been playing a lot of MLB The Show and Red Dead Redemption, not roleplay. Yeah.
Nice.
Peter Jackson said Amazon has contacted him about the Rings of Power. So all you people that are up in arms about why wouldn't they talk to him about what to do? They did. So shut up.
Okay.
A movie that hasn't been canceled, Joker 2 Folie à Deux, got a release date and confirmed that Lady Gaga will star in it as well. It will arrive in theaters October 4th, 2024, almost 5 years to the day after Joker's release. Production is expected to begin in December. It's widely assumed that Harley Quinn will be part of the film. In June, Lady Gaga was reported to be in negotiations to play that character, which is rumored to be a musical. But for now, those details are unconfirmed.
Mm-hmm. Why does it need a sequel?
I don't care.
Why?
Yeah, it doesn't. That's just a cash grab.
Mm-hmm.
Which, whatever, they always are. Tony Gilroy, the showrunner for Andor, is revealed why he is saving K2SO for season 2, and mostly it's logistics. It's hard to be a spy running around with a giant Imperial deprogrammed robot. So for logistics' sake, they're gonna tell that story a little later, which is cool because then we're gonna get 2. Each of Andor's 2 seasons will be comprised of 12 episodes, so we're only gonna get 2, obviously, which is fine, I think.
Yeah, that's perfect. Do we know episode length yet?
No, I'm assuming it's going to be like Mandalorian, anywhere from 30 to an hour.
Okay, that's fine.
And Andor did not use the
volume.
The volume, yeah. Which is cool.
Mostly practical effects.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Tony Gilroy. I mean, Rogue One became instantly one of my top 3 favorite Star Wars movies of all time, which is surprising because it's an anthology movie. It's essentially a fanfic. If you want to go that route, if you want to really dig deep and be a dick about it. But yeah, all right. Let's move on here. Jurassic World Dominion as an extended edition, which will be out on December 30th. On August 16th, on Blu-ray and 4K, which I gotta remember to pick up. We have 14 more minutes. Among them, this cut adds the IMAX prologue back to the beginning of the movie, which was taken out, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And the Blu-ray will also include the short battle at Big Rock, which was released on YouTube like a year or 2 before the movie came out.
Yep.
So yeah, an extended cut with 14 minutes of additional footage featuring more dinosaurs, action, iconic character moments, and an alternate opening. Yeah, I'm down to see what they do differently. I'm okay
Yeah.
with that.
This is the first time they've done that for any of the Jurassic movies.
Right, and this stuff I don't mind. An extra 14 minutes, whatever, that's fine. I don't need an extra hour, Zach. All right, I'm moving on. That's what DVDs were for. You got the behind the scenes, the special features, the deleted scenes. Sometimes you get a different cut. There's the director's cut of shoot, what is the movie that has a director's cut that makes it almost a completely different movie?
Daredevil.
Daredevil, yes, thank you. That is one of them. There's another one too. All right, with all the news that we're gonna get into about Batgirl and HBO Max and all that, Kevin Smith has shared his Bizarro story from HBO Max's canceled Strange Adventures series. He talked about on his podcast, I imagine, the Bizarro episode he co-wrote with Supergirl writer Eric Carrasco. He envisioned it as a showcase for lesser-known DC characters like Ragman and Deadman. It was budgeted at $16 million to $20 million per episode, which Smith was initially incredulous about. Regardless, he and Carrasco decided to write a story about the Daily Planet's Jimmy Olsen and Perry White as they were taken to Bizarro World by Bizarro himself. Smith described it as the secret origin of Bizarro, and Superman was not going to appear for the vast majority of the episode. You can go to his YouTube to find the podcast. According to Smith, Bizarro wasn't the classic version of the character at the beginning of the story, but as the episode progressed, he became more and more like the Bizarro we know, complete with an explanation for the backwards S. Smith also revealed that the story ended on a redemptive note for Bizarro, which is always good. With a semi-cameo from Superman himself, he added that Strange Adventures was killed by the new Warner Brothers Discovery regime, and he even revealed who he was pursuing to play Bizarro, and that is, can you guess? Or you already know?
The one, the only, Nicolas Cage. Dave has a thumbs up.
Did you know that, or did you guess?
I think I read a blurb about it. I think I saw I saw something in passing. I'm like, Nick Cage, okay. I mean, because if he kept the long hair, just like he was supposed to do in Superman
Lives.
Superman Lives, that'd be great. Not the suit. Don't want that suit.
But no one does, my friend. Smith went on, and we have actually confirmation of this in a second. Smith went on to speculate that the cancellation of Strange Adventures likely means that HBO Max's Green Lantern series is also going to get the X. I don't know this for a fact. This is Kevin Smith, but I also haven't heard anything about the Green Lantern series that they were supposed to be doing. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a casualty too. There were a lot of DC-oriented programs because that's what the previous WB regime was committed to, and this new guy, David Zaslav, is like, nah, just for the movies, nothing for HBO Max. So this was, a couple days ago. But we'll get into that in a second. Speaking of Zaslav, he has confirmed that the Flash theatrical debut will still happen and talks about DC's 10-year plan. Okay, the Flash theatrical debut is still on track for June 23rd, 2023. There's still plenty of time for that to change, especially the backlash that the studio is going to receive every day until Ezra Miller is arrested.
Right.
This according to this was as of August 4th, which was last week. Miller was reported to have taken up residence at a farm in Vermont where they have allegedly been stockpiling guns and growing large quantities of marijuana that exceed the state's legal limit.
Okay.
I want somebody out there to make a meme of where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, but with Ezra Miller instead. Because this all started like in Hawaii and then Vegas and then like just ridiculous. Anyway, Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav has been making a lot of controversial moves and such like that, and none of this is going to keep Warner Brothers. None of the stupid Ezra Miller. I mean, not stupid. They shouldn't be laughing about it because it's serious. But none of that is keeping him from letting this movie happen. Yet, The Cyborg movie was canceled. This is a while ago, but which is unrelated, obviously. But that movie was canceled. Batgirl has been canceled. All these movies that had already been on HBO Max have been taken off HBO Max. Like this is people's hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and if this isn't a scream to all you that don't collect physical media anymore, not that you probably could have gotten it anyway, but like still get it while you can, because I mean, even Netflix puts stuff on DVD. You're gonna want to grab it because someday it may be gone off the streaming service you love
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason. So anyway, Zaslav talks and says he's seen The Flash, Black Adam, and Shazam 2. Makes no mention of Aquaman. We are very excited about them. We've seen them. We think they are terrific, and we think we can make them even better. This article will go on to say Aquaman, which is supposed to come out in March. CEO is looking ahead to the beyond 2023, hiring. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Hiring former Disney exec Alan Horn as a consultant doesn't make it obvious that Zaslav is hoping to emulate Marvel's success at the box office over the next decade. Well, duh. You look at Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. These are brands that are known everywhere in the world. Zaslav said, "We have done a reset. We've restructured the business where we are going to focus, where there is going to be a team with a 10-year plan focusing just on DC. It's very similar to the structure Alan Horn, Bob Iger, and Kevin Feige put together very effectively at Disney. We think we can build a much stronger, sustainable growth business out of DC. As part of that, we are going to focus on quality. We are not going to release any film before it's ready. DC is something we can make better."
We are not going to release any film before it's finished or we think it's better. You didn't give Batgirl a chance, really. You can always go back for reshoots. Yes, the screen test, the audience test wasn't great, but that was a rough cut, I'd say, for that movie. You can that was principal photography was done. There are still reshoots that could have happened that could have changed the outcome of this movie. And now I mean it's common knowledge now that Ben Affleck is going to be in Aquaman 2 as Bruce Wayne, and apparently that was supposed to be Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton had already filmed stuff for it. Yep.
So like Keaton is supposed to be the new Batman of this universe. Old for this universe. Right. So but I can it just irks me. It's that yes, all the cast, all the crew, everything, it's like their work is not going to be seen at all.
Right.
And yes, I understand there are projects that don't ever see the light of day, but most of those aren't basically finished projects. Usually yeah. like the Wonder Woman pilot, that got to see the light of day. Was it good? No. But it still got to see the light of day. I wish someone at WB would leak the Batgirl movie for us to see and for us to judge. If it is as bad as the execs say, then fine. Then hell, they didn't make any money off of it. There's already tax write-off on it. They got 20 million of the 90 million back. And I bet even then they would have made more than that the 90 million that it cost for them to make the film. And they say that COVID is a response to them upping the budget of this movie. I'm like, that can't be a thing anymore. We are still in a pandemic. Everything is going up in budgets because of COVID. You can't place that on Batgirl. So you just it might be my take could be a sexist thing that he didn't want a female led project to see the light of day.
All right, let's dig into the Batgirl thing. You started it, but plot of the movie has somewhat leaked, if you were to believe BGR.com. Hollywood insider Matt Maloney addressed the Batgirl plot on the latest episode of the Town podcast. That's where he offered a few plot details for the canceled DC adventure. Apparently, the Batgirl stakes are very small. This is from the podcast. My guy said that this was pretty much done. There was some CGI at the end. They were trying to figure out what the ending was, but like the fundamentals here, the stakes are small. Firefly is just a dude in a suit who like may or may not have killed Batgirl's mother early on. There was a fire or something. I don't want to get into details of the plot, which he said was very convoluted. It involved multiple boyfriends and mob bosses. The same source said the film might have included reference to Jason Todd and Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman mask. That's on top of Keaton reprising his Batman role and J.K. Simmons playing Commissioner Gordon. Finally, the leaker said the film should take place in the universe after the upcoming Flash movie, which we knew. This guy, this leaker knows nothing. Anyway,
No.
it's set in the universe after the upcoming Flash movie, which is sort of a reset of the DC universe, and Michael Keaton's in it because he's in the Flash as Batman. It's also weirdly a Christmas movie for some reason. So this movie likely wouldn't come out until the holidays next year. Wrong. It was going to come out this year. Anyway, Batgirl plot. Let's see. A Twitter user who deleted their account after posting the purported Batgirl plot claimed to have seen the film in testings about a month ago. He said he rated the movie a 4 out of 10, explained that Batgirl is about the titular hero's battle with Firefly, who's setting stuff on fire in what appears to be a mob-related fight. Firefly might have killed Batgirl's mom when she was little. Batgirl is Barbara Gordon, by the way, Commissioner Gordon's daughter. Firefly will reportedly die by the end. The leaker says the film felt small scale comparing it with a CW movie, tied at best with the Keaton verse. One of the sources also described the plot as playing like a TV pilot. Getting back to the leaker's account of Batgirl, there's no way of verifying those claims, and it's a futile enterprise given that the film is now canceled. Hopefully, Batgirl will live again in the future, blah, 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 blah. The Twitter user is claiming to have seen Batgirl from a test screening and talks with okay, never mind. Yeah, so obviously anybody that's seen the screeners are going to come out negative about it because that's what's happening. That's what we're finding out. Is that's why. And it's for what they all want to say it is the reasoning for it's all money.
Yeah,
everything is money in this case. They spent $90 million on the budget, which we talked about, which is a lot. The directors were Adil El Arbi and Bilal Falah, who did Bad Boys for Life and an episode or two of Miss Marvel. Star Leslie Grace was extremely excited about this, even though she got death threats on Twitter for it. And then co-star Michael Keaton, J.K. Simmons. Brendan Fraser was amped up because this is his return to film. Like, all of these things you've taken away from these people. Not just the actors who would have been recognized in these roles, but the people that worked behind the scenes and worked hard to the goddamn craft services people. Like, all of these people, yes, they got paid for it, but a lot of them put their work into it and they want to see it. I don't know. It's a goddamn shame that all it's really coming down to is one man's bottom line of how I can get a bonus at the end of the year.
Right. And go ahead.
When if you think about it, releasing this movie is not going to kill your chances at that. You've already spent the fucking money.
Right.
The money's gone. You're not getting it back. Or wait, yes, you can.
Yeah. Yes, you might have put maybe at tops $30 million more into reshoots. But you would be able to get that money back by releasing it in theaters. If you don't want stuff to go directly to HBO Max anymore, just release it in theaters. There's going to be a bunch of people that are going to go see this movie. Now, yes, in the beginning, a bunch of people, me included, bashed the way that the suit looked. That's not our favorite Batgirl suit. I understand that. I accept that. I was hoping that maybe we'd see a different suit by the end because from what I've also heard is that Batman doesn't really train Batgirl. She's just there, and he's
which
just there.
which is good because he never did.
Yeah. So maybe at the end, like he gives her an upgraded suit. Great. That would have been great. I mean, this is all just what I would want from this movie. But yes, I understand that I said that. This suit, don't like it. Don't like the Burnside look. But that's still, I would still excited for this movie. I was still going to go see it.
Yeah, I was excited for Batgirl when they announced Joss Whedon was going to do it in like 10 years ago, and then he got pulled off of that, and then we find out just how despicable of a person he is. But like, I don't know. Even John Oliver, who works for HBO, chimed in on this whole thing during a segment on unused COVID-19 vaccines on his show last week tonight. I think it's called. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Last week tonight. Yeah, I love that show. I don't even know the name of it. I usually just watch it on YouTube clips. During a segment on unused COVID-19 vaccines, Oliver said, "We let the vaccine sit unused on a shelf in our reserves like an expired Chobani or a $90 million movie on HBO Max. By the way, hi there, new business daddy. Seems like you're doing a really great job. I do get the vague sense that you're burning down my network for the insurance money, but I'm sure that will all pass."
I didn't know he went that far.
Yeah. I mean, Zaslav, we're not going to launch a movie until it's ready. We're not going to launch a movie to make a quarter. We're not going to put a movie out unless we believe in it. That sounds wonderful. That sounds like you're a go-getter and that you really want to make quality movies, but it also is bullshit.
Right. I mean,
because your first movie you put out, Zaslav, better be a fucking classic.
Yeah,
it better be renowned by critics and normal moviegoers. Because if it's not, we all want our quarters back.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you're not giving the movie a chance. Like, you're, like Clerks was put out Lionsgate, or I forget what company put it out. But they gave him a chance, and look what's happened since. Miramax. You don't know that this movie would have failed.
Fam's like a motherfucker. Anyway, no, you don't. You just don't. That's like, okay, you release a movie to one theater, a movie that's not even fully completed yet. Whatever they say that it was done, and there's just a little bit of CGI to work out and an ending to work out. Okay, that's not done. That's not a finished movie. You can't judge an unfinished movie like that, especially when it's nearly complete, and you're just gonna say, "No, we're good. We're done. We're not using it." Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Reshoots. How many times has Marvel done a reshoot and then all these people fly off the handle? Oh, this movie must suck. Ant-Man was like the first real big one. I remember hearing it because they lost the director.
Yeah, that and Rogue One.
Right. Rogue One, yeah, because it had. I mean, the trailer still has footage of that you've never seen in the movie. Mm-hmm. It had a completely different ending too.
Yeah, like because they switched directors. I think near the end of that movie.
Rogue One, no.
Yeah, no, they did.
Ant-Man did. Rogue One switched directors.
Yeah.
You sure? No, it was always directed by Gareth Edwards. It never changed.
It might not.
Solo did.
Solo did, yes, but I thought a different director came in to finish shooting Rogue One.
I don't know. I think you're thinking of something else. Oh, Tony Gilroy came in, who wrote the movie, to help with reshoots.
Okay, that might be it.
But yeah, they didn't. No, it was still Gareth Edwards.
Rogue One director change. Okay, yeah. Director Tony Gilroy in June to help fix the film by writing. Oh, this is The Verge. I don't know how much I trust The Verge.
Verge is all right.
Okay. Well, there's an article out there saying everything is that the Disney execs were not fully satisfied with the first cut. Disney execs were not satisfied with the first cut, and what did they do?
They threw it away.
Yeah, they went back and did reshoots.
They threw it away.
Christ. But other things that are canceled that I don't know. Green Lantern Corps. I mean, are we done? Because I'm heated. Because I mean, I think I saw an article today.
No, it's still happening.
Yeah. Green Lantern Corps is still happening. There hasn't been much movement on it. But Titans is still a go. There's big buzz of Harley Quinn season 4. I haven't heard anything about Doom Patrol. But Peacemaker season 2 is still happening. Black Canary is supposedly still happening.
These are okay. So Black Canary, yes, that's. I don't know about that one. If you're looking at HBO Max series, you're fine. We're talking. He's talking about movies.
Well, I mean, I thought Zaslav was wanting to kill all scripted shows
N-
on the
n-
service.
no, that's not true. He looked at scripted shows are cost more money. Yes, but it's not necessarily true that that's what he's looking to do.
Okay.
I'm not saying that he's amazing for that. Also, this is in a time where James Franco is Fidel Castro. Just putting it out there. James Franco is going to portray Fidel Castro.
Cool.
Yeah, good news for the world. So no, last I heard, Green Lantern is still okay doke. I haven't heard anything bad or negative about any other stuff or the rumored HBO Max being sucked into this Discovery Plus or whatever the hell.
Mm-hmm.
And that being the end of HBO Max. Obviously, we don't know what the hell.
But they did say, I think it was today, that 45-day window from theatrical to streaming is done. It might be longer, but that 45 days is done.
Yeah, I mean it's not working for Disney or anything. That was sarcasm, people.
Okay.
HBO Max is a male skew lean in and home of fandoms. Discovery Plus is female skewed lean back and home of genre doms. The reasoning that HBO equals Game of Thrones, which dudes like, versus Discovery Plus equals Property Brothers, beloved of women. Just shows how misogynistic this dude is, like how dumb he is, and how short sighted he really is.
Mm-hmm.
To think that that's all that these things are about. These are the numbers. They don't have to be. Look at all these new generation of girl fans that are watching Wonder Woman, that are watching even fucking watching Black Panther and seeing a side character and saying, I want to be like a Koye or whatever. Like, just all of these things. Like, I mean, goddamn. Like, give them a chance. For fuck's sake. Look at how big a deal Black Panther was. How big a deal that was for people. It meant so much. Not just because of who was playing him, but because he was there and he was important.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it just pisses me off.
Look at Iron Man. That was a gamble.
Okay, we're going in a different direction, but okay.
Well, no. Well, I mean, I understand where you're going, but I'm saying like taking chances. But yes, the representation of Black Panther,
yes,
and everything. But Blue Beetle, I hope to God is still safe, because if they cut that's I don't know the budget of that one, but that one's going to theaters, where I think back row is only staying on Max,
right?
So I think that one might be a little bit safer. Which,
yeah, you never know.
Yeah,
not if they're only going to make a quarter.
There's going to be a bunch of people that go whatever. We're not businessmen. We're not leading businesses into a new regime. So what do we know? Jerks.
Lost in all of it is the Scoob sequel.
Yeah, that, and Little Ellen also got axed. Like their whole third season was finished, like ready to go, and they're like, nope, canceled.
What, Little Ellen?
Yeah, I guess it was another show on HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To kind of go off what you were talking about. Wow, this was in July that this first broke. I mean, it's only the 8th of August, 9th of August, but like July 28th, this article in Variety was written, and it's talking about that anyway. Um, let's see here. Bear with me a second to kind of go off what you were talking about the scripted thing. I remember the quote. I just wanted to pull it up. Let's see.
It was more of a recent article, at least from like within the last couple weeks, due to like the cancellation stuff.
Here we go. I think this is somebody in the industry, an agent dealing in unscripted content. I think all the HBO Max people are going to go away, and it's going to be all Discovery people, and they're just going to rename it something else. I don't know what else they're going to do. David Zaslav obviously has a team in place that he totally trusts. That's clear as day, and I think that HBO Max has done well, in part because of the pandemic. But for them to name HBO Max, which is essentially the Warner Brothers catalog, HBO Max felt like it was hanging on to the coattails of HBO, which has distinguished and established a name for itself long ago. So my only question is, will HBO proper live within the new structure or outside of that? So yes. So essentially these scripted shows that are basically DC properties, Warner Brothers properties, not HBO necessarily properties, are possibly in trouble. But the fact of the matter is, the HBO Max that we know it is in trouble. Because it's not HBO. It's it's not cable. It's HBO. Or what was it? It's not TV. It's HBO. That's what the slogan was back in the day. So like your Games of Thrones, your Sopranos and stuff like that. That what's the robot show?
Westworld.
Westworlds. Those are all safe. You obviously don't have to worry about that kind of stuff because that's HBO original. That's
Right.
not HBO. That's not HBO Max original. But your shows like Flight Attendant, I believe that is an HBO Max original, not
That
HBO
is.
original. And that's a very successful show. So I don't know, and also it's a female-led show, and it's a very female-skewed genre show. I love it, but it's meant for the ladies. What's he gonna do about that one?
Right.
Is he gonna? And then she's the voice of Harley. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I I don't understand it. It's Hollywood. I don't. I just talk about it. I don't live there. I don't work there. I don't know. I had once dreamed of writing there, not acting or anything like that, or doing this in the, the crazy world of Hollyweird. I don't know if I would ever want to at this point.
The Flight Attendant is a Max original. There's a lot of Max originals that are on there.
Like 8 of them disappeared in the middle of the night.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the Max originals, and I'm like, there's none that are like a Forbidden Orange. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a documentary about Clockwork Orange.
I swear to God, I wish a friend of ours would stop tweeting porn. Like, I didn't even know you're allowed to do that. That's
if you like it, it pops up.
I haven't liked anything.
No. I'm saying if you like saying like
I know. I don't want it on my feed. Is what I'm saying.
But yeah,
anyway.
I'm looking at a lot of the Max originals, and the Flight Attendant is the only one that, besides Doom Patrol and Titans for us and Peacemaker, that like pop out. Raised by Wolves was apparently a good show, but that's done after season 2. And Sesame Street is a Max original. So you are going to cancel Sesame Street?
What? What since when? Sesame Street was always on HBO Go and all that shit.
Yeah, but I guess it moved over to a Max original.
God. That's such bullshit. That is so dumb.
We say this not knowing exactly what.
Right, it could all go the way that we want it to.
Yeah.
Tough
Young
to
Justice.
say.
Young Justice.
Ooh, yeah, that's in danger.
Yep.
Also, a show that was owned by the Cartoon Network.
Yep. And that got 2 more successful seasons on HBO Max.
I better get to watching that last season. I never finished it.
Yes, you do. And there is a post-credit
I'm
scene
just-
at the
I
end of the
just
last episode.
I just don't care about Martians. The first half of the
It-
season is all Martian heavy.
Everything comes together in the end.
I know it's a slug to get through, though. Is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's gonna do it for this week. I want to get out of my desk chair. I've been sitting in a chair all day, and I want to go sit on the couch.
Hungry.
Hey, you eat. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening and hanging out with us. No one in the chat tonight, but that's all right. It is a Tuesday night. People got things they want to do, things they want to see, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully, next time you can join us in the chat. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just go to the site /Atomic Geekdom. You'll find us. Facebook.com/Atomic Geekdom, YouTube.com/Atomic Geekdom, Twitch.tv/Atomic Geekdom, and you can find us. Like, subscribe, do the follow thing. That way click the bell and you're notified every single time we go live, as long as you have notifications on. I learned you got to turn that on too, on your phone or your device. Sometimes they send you emails if you have that turned on too, but that'll let you know when we go live. Otherwise, we do put it out on Facebook and Twitter that we are going live. We might start doing this on TikTok as well if I figure out that I want to do that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. If I can figure out a way to mount my phone so that it faces the screen, sees our lovely faces on it, we'll figure that out at another time. Yeah. So go like and subscribe and do all those things. Kyle, anything you want to promote?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at KyleKrause89. You can also follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/KKrause89.
You like how I get that up there just in time?
Yep. It's timing. Timing is everything.
AtomicGeekdom.com has great new articles this week. If you haven't seen it already, we've got the interview with Blake Crouch talking about his new book, Upgrade. We've got Nick Gage talking about Valley Girl. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. Revisiting the Infinity Saga, number 34 and 33 are up. They're counting down, obviously, so it goes down. The 33 is The After Party. What could that be about? Let's see.
I guess we're going to have to read it to find out.
Just a little tease here. It's the party at the intro of Age of Ultron.
Oh yeah.
Also on there is our San Diego Comic-Con coverage. That while we were actually there, Jenny and Patrick were there. There's a video in there, and Jenny wrote up an article about all the cool stuff she did, and she's also got a link to all of our daily coverage in there if you missed any of that stuff. But yeah, take a look at that. The video is great. You can see everything that happens on the grounds and outside the grounds. There was a cool quantum leap little stand-up thing there that you could look at. You could stand in the little thing as if you're being quantum leaped. I don't know.
That's coming out next month.
Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to that. We'll have to figure out if we want to do our rewatch show or not soon. Don't really know what's going on with her, but hopefully Anne Heche survives and we figure out that she was not driving impaired or anything like that, but she was doing like 120 down a suburban street and went right into a house and the car exploded. There is actually ring footage of it and everything. Not of the crash, but of her driving down the road.
Okay.
It's pretty terrifying. And then of course, rest in peace, Olivia Newton-John. She passed away today too. She passed away today. Which is sad. One of young Dave's first crushes when mom made him watch Grease. But yeah. All right, everyone, enjoy yourselves. Have a great rest of your week. I hope you guys have fun doing whatever you're doing. Be nice to each other. Be kind to each other. Stay out of trouble. Stay in trouble. I don't care. Do whatever you want. We will see you soon. Say goodbye, Kyle.
Goodbye.